Alright, I'm doing another reaction video to Sarah Boone. And she's also referenced as the suitcase killer, but I don't really like referring to her as that because it sounds like she's someone that kills suitcases. So I kind of have a different, I don't really know how to describe her. But anyway, she did tell 911 that she zipped her boyfriend George Torres up in her suitcase and left him there, went to bed. Then when she got up the next morning, she went and looked in the suitcase and he was dead, smothered to death. So I have this picture up here because this is August 5th, 2024. Sarah had a hearing today in court where she represented herself, and because she ran off 8 other attorneys, I know all of them she didn't run off technically, but still, she couldn't get along with people, her own attorneys. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about how different her appearance is now than in the video that we're about to watch from 2019 when she called the police on her boyfriend George for violating the no contact order. So she's got on her signature pink handcuffs right here. And I like this picture because she's not got much range of motion here. Like, she's trying to scratch her face and she's having to bring both hands and her paperwork and everything up to her head to be able to scratch. And she had to do the same thing when she raised her hand to be sworn in. You know, she doesn't have much room to move in those handcuffs. And she's also wearing her jailhouse slides. And I think that's kind of funny. Well, it's not really that funny, but I do have a story that there's another prisoner that I follow, and he loved his jailhouse slides so much that he took them home and wore them after he got out of jail. And, plus, another big noticeable difference is Sarah's size. It looks like she's been eating well in jail since she's been there. And we'll see the difference in the video that we're about to review or to react to from 2019. But she looks like she's eating a lot more now that she's in jail. And I know that she had like a where they search your cell, what they call it, shakedown or something like that. And they found a whole bunch of slices of cheese that she had hoarded in her cell. So I don't know if she stopped hoarding them and started eating them or what happened. But she definitely looks heavier now than she did in 2019. And, of course, everyone talks about her haircut and how it looks so different from back then. But, okay, let's get to our video from 2019 where she calls the police on her boyfriend, George. Let me turn up the volume.
In 2020, she was charged with second-degree murder. Prior to that, there were several DV incidents, and we are going to take a look at some body cam and some legal documents from 2019. The purpose of taking a look at the legal documents is just to give background on what goes on in the body cam. You will not want to miss this body cam. Sarah is in rare form, and if you've watched and listened to any of the jail stories, you're going to see another pattern with Sarah. She is a hugger. This first document is from June 15th, 2019. The police were called to the apartment for a battery call. When they arrived on scene, they spoke with Sarah Boone, the victim, who stated that her boyfriend, George Torres, struck her. Sarah stated she was beaten up, face, head, legs, and arms. Sarah stated that she begged George to stop, and George stated, "You are going to DIE." Sarah stated that George punched her in the head and flung her off the bed. Sarah stated this incident occurred due to George being upset about Sarah talking to a male. Sarah stated that she has been dating George for 2.5 years.
Okay, did you hear that? So, once again, Sarah is stating that what caused this physical fight between them is that she was talking to another male, just like in 2018, where she tried to bum a cigarette from another man at the bar. So I guess once again here she's saying that she's been ragdolled. Although I don't think she actually used the word ragdoll in this video.
The officer observed a lump that was red in color on the left side of Sarah's face under her hairline. She also had scratches on the right side of her neck. Sarah stated the lump was caused by George punching her. She was not sure if the scratches were from today. Sarah provided a sworn written statement. She desires prosecution and will testify in court. Sarah completed a DV worksheet and was provided a victim's rights pamphlet. The officer then spoke with George. The officer observed scratches on the right side of George's neck. The officer asked George how he received the scratches, and George stated that he did not know. The officer then secured George in handcuffs without incident and placed George into the back of the vehicle. He then read George his Miranda warning from the issued Miranda warning card. George agreed to speak with the officer. George stated that he did not strike Sarah and that Sarah did not strike him. I took photos of both Sarah's and George's injuries and uploaded them into DataWorks. Both Sarah and George refused medical attention due to Sarah and George being involved in a dating relationship for 2.5 years and George striking Sarah, causing the...
Okay, did you hear that? How long that Sarah says that they've been in a relationship dating for 2.5 years. And I don't know if anyone else notices a pattern, but back in 2018, she said that they had been in a relationship for 1.5 years. And then this one in 2019, she's saying 2.5 years. And then in 2020, where the police are called because George is actually dead, she says they've been in a relationship for 3.5 years. So how does it always end up on the half? I don't know. Something weird about the half and specific. You know, is it never 1 year and 8 months or 1 year and 10 months? How is it always specifically one half? I don't know.
Injuries. The officer placed George under arrest for battery, dating violence. There was a no contact order issued in this case. The no contact order does state very clearly that the victim cannot withdraw this order, and you're going to see the relevance of this when you see the body cam. And I wonder if this is purposeful and Sarah was playing games.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the things you need or want to do.
Okay.
18th, 2019, police were again called to the apartment in response to credit card fraud, later determined to be violation of pretrial release conditions for domestic violence battery. When the police officer arrived on the scene, he met with Sarah Boone, who stated the following: Sarah and George Torres have been living together at the above address and been in a physically intimate relationship for approximately 2.5 years. Sarah had gotten into a fight with George on June 15th, 2019, which resulted in George being arrested for battery domestic violence. George was released on June 16th, 2019, with pretrial release conditions from the Honorable Judge Maureen A. Bell. Part of those conditions stipulated that George was to have no form of contact with Sarah. On June 18th, 2019, George went to Sarah's residence and made contact with her. Sarah stated that she did not invite him to her residence, but did not deny him access in. While Sarah was upstairs with a friend, Sarah stated that George took her credit card of hers and left the residence. During the time that George and Sarah have been together, George has used her credit cards on multiple occasions, and Sarah has allowed him to. Sarah uttered to me the fact that George was on pretrial release conditions for battery. When I questioned her about what the conditions included, she told me he was not to have any form of contact with her while the battery case was active. I inquired with her about her letting George contact her and be at her residence. At this point, Sarah Boone became uncooperative with the investigation because she did not want George to be arrested. Sarah refused to provide the officer with a sworn written statement. The officer attempted to locate George at both his parents' residence and his place of work at Ace Hardware. He was not at either locations. Later on June 18th, 2019, at approximately 13:22 hours, the officers was dispatched to the apartment of Sarah Boone in reference to a verbal argument. When the officer arrived, he met Sarah, who told the officer that George had returned to the residence and was currently inside. The officer made contact with George, who stated he went to see Sarah in reference to the events earlier. He stated he knew he was on pretrial release conditions and was not supposed to be in contact with Sarah. The officer arrested George for violating his pretrial release conditions. George was...
Okay, I'm speculating here, but I could really imagine that Sarah would actually call George to come over to her place just so she could call and report him. You know, just to get him in trouble. I can see her doing that. I mean, it seems like something that she would do. I may be wrong. I'm probably wrong, but I mean, why would he go over there when he knows that he's got a no contact order? I really think she lured him there and probably even promised him that she would not report him to police. And then once he got there, she's like, ha ha ha, I lied. You know, I can just imagine her doing that, but I don't know for sure.
Secured in handcuffs, checked for proper fit, and double locked. George was placed in the rear prisoner transport section of the vehicle. He was transported to BRC without incident. Body-worn camera was active during this incident. This would not be the last time that the police were called to the apartment, but we are going to just look at the body cam from 6/18/2019 at this time.
Now this part of the video to me is really sad because this is George's mother's house that they're walking up to. The police are walking up to right now. And she's going to come to the door, and she looks so much like George, her son. It's amazing, a little bit eerie to me, you know, but, you know, my heart goes out to this woman because she's about to lose her son a year later. It's so sad.
Wanna watch that side?
It's a friendly conversation. Hey, can I speak to someone outside real quick? Junior Torres. Junior, right? Or
Jorge Jr.
yeah, Jorge Torres Jr.
Morning, ma'am. Can we talk to Jorge Jr.?
No, he's working.
Okay.
He's working?
Yeah, he's
Does-
working. And that's Aloma. I think You go this way and you go to Aloma.
Okay.
That's the Ace there.
Oh, he works at Ace Hardware. Okay, we're just here to speak to him about something that possibly happened yesterday. So, but he's at work right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to have a chit chat with him. That's all. That's where he's at right now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've known him, you know, he's an alcoholic.
Is he? Okay. Okay. All right.
Do you hear what his mom said about him? She said he's an alcoholic. It's so sad.
The lady that he's having problems, she has his ID, and she don't want to give it to him for a long time.
Okay.
He got everything.
Because he was just arrested, wasn't he?
Yeah, because I think arguing with her.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, we just wanted to speak to him about something real quick. If he's at work, we'll have a chit chat with him at work, and we'll go from there.
So did you hear what his mom said? The policeman asked her, he was just arrested, right? And she said, yes, I think from arguing with her. And she is talking about the blue-eyed devil, Sarah Boone.
Okay, man, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, sorry to bother you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Okay, now they're at Sarah's apartment, Sarah and George's apartment, because I believe both of their names are on the lease at this apartment. They live together, but George has a no contact order, so he's been staying with his parents. Until I believe Sarah called him to come over there so she could report him to the police and have him arrested. I would love this about Florida. Can you see the sand in the landscaping here?
So I'm guessing you called for a reason, right?
Okay, did you see that? That's the part I was telling you. I don't know if I said it in this video, but when the police show up at her door, she's got a cigarette in her hand. She comes out of the door and she says something like, "It's the same guys." And she raises her hands up with a cigarette in it, like she's a cheerleader or something. And I'm actually going to rewind. And she jumps for joy because the police are there to arrest her boyfriend. How crazy. I'm going to try to pause it where she's jumping. It's the same guys. I love to mock Sarah. I mean, just, it gives you a weird feeling. Okay, she's not jumping yet, but, you know, like at the beginning of this video, I was saying how different she looks. This is 2019. Look how skinny she is. And her legs and her arms, she's so skinny. This was only 5 years ago. Oh shoot, did I miss it where she jumped? Look at that cigarette right there. She does not part from her cigarettes. Well, that is until she went to jail. And to me, this is so sad right here. Can you see the little 5-gallon bucket that says Ace Hardware? Poor George. He was trying to work and provide for everyone. Working at Ace Hardware. Okay, let me see if I can get her jumping.
So you...
Okay, well, I don't think I actually paused it where she was jumping, but hopefully I got it on the video. Maybe I'll try to rewind one more time, because I love that part.
It's the
Look at this. Just look at her. She's so happy. Look at those skinny legs. And the cigarette. Just look at the cigarette. And that face. Okay, so I have something, a fantasy, a wish, that when Sarah gets found guilty, I want everyone to come out of the courthouse and jump for joy with their arms in the arms in the air, just like this, and say, "Woohoo! She's found guilty." Actually, if I were in Florida, I would do that. I would go to court on her on the day that she gets found guilty and jump for joy, just like she's doing here. And I would mock her.
So you...
Now this part here, I really love. So she goes from so happy, it's the same guys, jumping with joy with the cigarette. And I believe the policeman is telling her something like, "You know what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to take George." And then immediately her face changes and she starts acting like she's all mopey. I'm pretty sure she's drunk again here too. I think she's always drunk.
You call for a reason, right?
Look at that pouty face. And plus she's going to do something weird in this video. Like she's going to try to whisper to the policeman like, no, don't take him. Don't arrest him. Knowing that she wants him arrested. That's the whole reason she keeps calling on him.
Told me 24-hour check. Okay, don't arrest him. Please don't.
Yeah, but you do realize he's here though, right?
322.
Did you hear that? She said, "Don't arrest him. Please don't." I mean, what is that noise she's making? And no matter what she does not exclude her cigarette. It's there. It's attached to her. Which you probably saw in the last video too, where the police lady kept saying, "It's okay. You can smoke your cigarette. It's okay." And then when they arrested her in the last video from 2018, they left her cigarettes laying on the ground out in front of this apartment.
Have you been drinking?
I had a drink.
Okay.
It was raining.
Okay, when she says I had a drink, I think she really means a bottle of vodka. I mean, I don't know what she means by a drink, but you can tell she didn't just have one sip of alcohol. I mean, and her ex-husband did say that vodka is her drink of choice, but she will settle for wine if she doesn't have any vodka.
I didn't ring.
Published at 16825 East Colonial Cornerstone Road. You think the manager, or the store manager just broke.
No, don't close the door because I gotta keep an eye on my guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, just leave it open.
Okay, well,
Disappeared in different directions from one of the area check. One of the
No, don't close.
Yeah, she's waving her hand like above her head, like it's raining. Okay, it's Florida, it's Orlando. It rains every single afternoon. Whatever, Sarah. Who cares if it's raining?
I gotta keep an eye on my guy.
sorry.
Yeah, just leave it open.
Okay, well,
disappeared in different directions from one of the area check. One of the Hispanic males
You know what's gonna happen?
had tattoos all over him. No shirt, gray pants,
Yeah, I have to.
sneakers.
He's here.
Other one, tattoos.
Yeah, you can stay right here.
Walk
You
across
can stay right here. He doesn't know
McDonald's.
that you.
Okay, the police is telling her. This is a great pause face right there. That is so her. Okay, that captures her essence. I don't know. I may have to come back and get this later for the picture, the thumbnail. I love this one. Oh, I wonder if I can get it here. Okay, hold tight with me. Where's my button? Okay, I got it. Okay, I think this one's going to be the thumbnail picture. But the policeman is telling her, well, you know we got to arrest him because he's here and he's got a no contact order. And Sarah's saying, no! And she's being all dramatic with her mouth. Still not parting from that ciggy. Oh no, she's got to have it. You know, when she went to jail this last time, she probably had all kinds of withdrawals. I think she was a chain smoker.
Another blackmail, another prescription, hard QA, free white now. Like in there, check this out.
When did we have to? We left it earlier.
That is crazy. She's trying to give him the sad puppy dog eyes. Like, why? Why? He said, well, we have to.
We respected your wish. Yeah, we respected your wish earlier, okay? But he's here.
Okay, did you hear what she said just now? She had the big smile on her face. And again, she said, the same guys. So she's talking about the same police came twice in one day. And she's so happy to see this policeman that she's going to ask him for a hug. And he's going to refuse.
24 hours.
Listen.
But don't worry. Her crush on this policeman is short-lived. She's going to return to her crazy self.
I have to, man. You can stay right here. He doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to know.
Management office 56 claims transfer from OC to prison occurred last night at 8:30.
I'll hear your piece. You can step out here. It's not raining. It's just sprinkling. It's okay.
Like an 8-degree Chevy Malibu. Go in the court if you want.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but I'm literally begging you, don't.
Okay, did you hear what she said just now? I'm literally begging you, don't. Okay, I think her definition of literally is different than mine. Because when I beg someone, I don't say don't. I say the word please. So, Sarah's favorite word is literally. I'm probably going to try to point out when she says literally, but I won't stop it every time. I'll just like say, oh, there it is again. There it is. Literally. And usually it is never actually literally.
But you know he's going to have to. Just there.
Okay, well, she did say please.
Being able to have something to always
Again.
protect myself with this Berna allows me to have that peace of mind no matter where we're.
Don't come out here acting out. Okay.
Okay, did you hear that? Okay, so they got George over here, walking him to the police car to arrest him. And he's yelling inside the apartment saying, don't come out here acting up. And so Sarah says, I'm not. So she's about to lie. She said she wouldn't come out there acting up, and she does exactly that.
Something you can do?
There's nothing you can do.
Why?
Hey, just the law is the way the law is, alright? So.
I kind of want to give you a hug.
No, you don't need to give me a hug.
Yeah, you're kind of big and berry.
No, it's okay. No hugs today.
Okay, that was probably one of my favorite parts about this video. She said, I kind of want to give you a hug. And he's, no, you don't need to give me a hug. And he said, no hugs today. He should have actually enjoyed that moment while it lasted, because it's about to really end. She's not going to like him anymore.
Man, go inside. Go inside. We have one comment. She's good. I'm trying to get her to go back inside because we're trying to do something over here. I know, but I'm trying to keep you away from there. You're not listening. You keep coming outside. Just go inside. I have you come talk to you. Yeah, he'll come talk to you.
No, don't have Rachel come talk to me.
There you go. Have Rachel. There you go.
George!
Okay. Again, I'm pointing out how she feels like she can just order everyone around. So she's talking about the property manager guy that was on the golf cart right there. And she said, I know him. And so the property manager guy goes, well, I'll come and talk to you later. And she goes, no, have Rachel come talk to me. You know, learn some manners, Sarah. Ask them, please. Will you ask Rachel if she will come talk to me, please? Ugh, I just can't stand her rudeness.
I'll do whatever I can.
Okay. All right.
George!
What's your name again? I just said to stop. That's all I want you to. There you go. Go call Papa Mom.
Babe, I had no idea.
Jesus Christ.
If that isn't the most drunk statement ever. Babe, I have no idea. Oh my God. She doesn't know what she's saying. She's so drunk.
Go inside. Call Mom and Pop.
What?
You're not going to do anything for him. There you go.
They
Call Mom
won't
and Pop.
answer.
You can't do
I'll
anything
make
for
sure we
him.
go over there and do it.
Okay, did you hear that? So George is telling Sarah from the police car, call Pop and Mom. I guess that's his parents. And she said, no, they won't answer. And then she said something like, I'll make Kimmy do it. And again, that's another example of how she likes to order people around. She doesn't say, I will ask Kimmy if she will do it. She said, I'll make Kimmy do it. I mean, rude. Rude Boone.
Babe!
Stop screaming at him. See, she don't listen.
I know.
No. Go back inside.
George!
Go back inside. Go back inside. Jesus.
Okay, this is the part where she falls out of love with this policeman and she gets this totally evil look on her face. And she says to the policeman something like, well, he gets to talk to him. You know, talking about the property manager gets to talk to George. Why can't I? And she looks so evil, and I could definitely see why George's parents call her the devil, the blue-eyed devil.
Do you need Jesus right now?
I don't need Jesus. Go inside. Why do you keep coming out here causing problems? Go inside and call Mom and Pop. There's nothing you can do for him out here. You're not going to hug him. You're not going to go talk to him. Just go inside and call Mom and Pop.
How's Henry over there talking to him?
Henry's the property man.
Okay, did you see that? She looked so evil when she said that. How's Henry over there talking to him? I mean, that look on her face just looked evil. I enjoyed that.
He's asking him questions. The deputy's asking him questions. Why is this?
What do you want me to do?
Ma'am, go inside. Go call Mom and Pops. Let's go. You're not doing anything for him screaming here. Why is this so hard for you?
Does anyone else notice how she's totally ignoring this policeman? He's just telling her, go inside, and she is just ignoring him. She has no interest in obeying his commands whatsoever. But she sure expects the police to obey her commands. That look on her face is just priceless. I love that. I mean, this video really captures her essence.
What happened?
I need his phone and his mother's.
Take her inside. Take her inside. Maybe he'll let you know what to do.
Father's number and his mother's number.
Yes, I got both. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all gotta go. Okay, it's done when it's done.
Why are you screaming for?
Sarah, I need the number. She don't have it.
Goodness gracious.
I have it.
I need to write it.
I know. She's on something.
So they got domestic incident last week. He has no contact order.
Okay, so did you hear what this policeman said? He said to the other policeman, I know, she's on something. And I think there may be something to that. I think not only is she drinking vodka, but I think she's mixing it with some pills like anxiety medicine. I don't know for sure, but I kind of heard that somewhere, that she was taking anxiety medicine too. So the combination of the two, I think, really have her messed up. But when isn't she messed up? She's always messed up. Drinks or no drinks, pills or no pills. It's just the story of her life.
He has an open period. Okay.
I know how it feels to be locked up without a number.
Yeah.
Can you write?
Come inside.
Come on, let's go.
You need to be with me?
I think you're going inside like the past 5 minutes.
We need the phone numbers.
Goodness gracious. All right, go.
And the policeman's getting so excited, like, and she says, I'm gonna go inside, and he goes, yeah, go inside. And then she takes a bow. My goodness.
Yeah, you have to hurry up. It's about the floor. All right, bud.
You need her for anything?
No, we don't. We have her information already.
Okay, I'm going to see if y'all notice that George is very polite and respectful and calm, and he seems sober to me. Like, even in the video from 2018 where he got arrested, he seemed very polite and sober. I don't know what's going on. Why is Sarah always the drunk one? Can we just not tell that George is drunk, or is he not drunk?
So here's what's gonna happen, bud. You're gonna take the ride back down, and because it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you're gonna see a judge tomorrow morning. So we'll be able to see her today. And it might be the same judge that gave the no contact order. Okay? Listen, from here on out, bud, until that case is resolved, you cannot come here, okay? Or have contact with her, even if she invites you. Okay? She called us earlier.
And this is really sad to me. Can you see the shirt that he's got on? It says Ace, and I bet you that he's been at work this day. But Sarah claims that George really loved his job at Ace Hardware, and he was really proud of it. So it kind of breaks my heart to see him wearing this and seeing the Ace Hardware 5-gallon bucket at the front door. It's just sad.
You guys had a no contact order, okay? She didn't want anything to do with you. Like, charged, nothing. But we told her because it's domestic, the state of Florida has to. Okay? So, alright, bud? Just make sure he's got nothing on him. Nothing there.
I know him.
Hey, you don't have anything on you, right, bud? No, okay. We'll make it as cordial as it can be. Okay? We promise, man, alright?